What is good, guys and girls? It's your boy, this dude here, and today we're gonna keep it real simple. We're just gonna go around and look at some of these enclosures and check on some of these animals, see how these enclosures have grown in. You know, we replanted a lot of them a couple months ago, so we're just gonna go around and check on some animals. Let's go. Just like always, we start here with Bubba's enclosure. Like I said, we upgraded his basking platform. He was getting a little too big for the other one, so now he has like a 3x3 or a 4x4, something like that. You see he's down here hanging out with the turtles and stuff, doing his thing, trying to figure out what I'm doing. But all of the minnows are doing quite well. We've got like a couple hundred of them in here. I don't know if you guys can see. Over here, there's just a whole bunch of newborns. Bubba's going to see what's up. This is his enclosure. What are you so upset for? Huh? As you guys see, Bubba's doing quite well too. He's growing very big. He's about 3 feet now. Everything in here is doing well. The turtles too. They retreated to the back. But yeah, everything's looking good. Look at him. He's so big now. He used to fit in the palm of my hand, and now he's all of, like I said, about 3 foot long. Always doing good. Everybody's doing good though in here. Everything's going well. Up here, there's also day geckos in this enclosure for those who are new to the channel or whatever. But they all eat and bask up here. There's more than enough room for everybody up here. So we built this tent tall rather than long. And either way you do it, I think for a caiman is okay. Tall or long. I wanted to give mine the ability to climb. So we did it this way. But yeah, we need to actually put a couple plants and stuff in the water, floaters and stuff like that, to facilitate better breeding for the minnows. But like I said, there's hundreds of them in here. The only ones that end up getting picked off are the ones with colors. So you see that albino one right there. There's 2 of them. I don't know how long they're gonna last. Anything with color inside of this pond usually gets picked off by the turtles, and they're both in the back. They retreated to the back. But all the other minnows do really well in here. So many of them. It's crazy. There's literally like, I don't know, like 100 of them right here in front of me. But like I said, back here you've got all the newborns and stuff that chilling in the calm waters. And then even on the back half, the back wall and stuff, there's just hundreds of them back there. It's wild. Bubba's doing good. He's got a very, very strong appetite. He eats a lot of different things, from the apple snails to fruits and vegetables and stuff too. So as you see, he's a very strong male. We'll be getting him a female soon. We'll take our hand at breeding these guys and see how that goes. And turn his pump back on, turn his fan back on, and move on. All right, buddy. And I wanted to come back and get footage of these too, because like I said earlier, they were hiding, they didn't want to come out. But now it's feeding time. You see how they come to me when it's feeding time. So they're both doing very well. I got them when they were like the size of a $50, and now they're both huge, as you can see. There's no pyramiding going on with their shells or none of that stuff. They're both very healthy. In the beginning, one of them had an ear infection, the smaller one, and I had to do some adjustments in here with the heat and stuff like that. There wasn't enough heat, so yeah, we had to drain water and all types of stuff. It was a nightmare, but we got that fixed, and now both of them, like I said, are happy, healthy, and practically full grown. Looking good. And right next to the tent, we have my first captive born and bred crimson giant day gecko. This was an old fern plant I put in here. As you see, it's not doing well in here. I think the LEDs aren't strong enough. But she likes to hang out in the branches anyway. The pothos is doing amazing. We're just gonna let this take off and take over the rest of the enclosure. But I do want to remove this plant and put something better in there. I know something that'll work. I just tried the ferns. I thought they would work in here. They didn't. But yeah, that's a captive born and bred female. Her parents were captive bred. She's doing very well. I'm gonna grow her out and we'll have breeding projects pertaining to this individual animal later on. Right above that enclosure, we have a pair of African fire skinks. I got a pair of African fire skinks in here. You see some of their plants did well, some of their plants didn't. Because we have springtails and isopods in this enclosure, I kind of just let nature be. The things that don't make it, and then they become food for the isopods and all of that. So, but you see the pothos is taking over. Whatever that is in the back, it goes through cycles. It lives and dies and lives and dies. It's kind of weird. But the banana plant is not doing well. But yeah, I just kind of let these things be. We got a male and female in here. I've paused all of my fire skink breeding projects but this one, and I have another pair paired together that I haven't received eggs from yet. But everybody's on pause until next year. We'll be bringing in some morphs and doing some different things with the fire skinks. We've been breeding them for years now and everything's going well, so this is just the enclosure. We'll get some footage of the animals here in a second. In this enclosure directly under it, we have one of Bowser and Yoshi's babies. And I stated before, I made this enclosure incredibly simple because this animal never came out. And I wanted to work with this animal. Now it comes to sit at the front of the enclosure, as you can see. He's out every day. So the very next thing we want to work on with this animal is handling. This is one of Bowser and Yoshi's babies. I've got a bunch of their babies in here. But yeah, now he comes and sits at the front of the enclosure. And he kind of just like watches me, see what I'm doing. Like I said before, he would never even come out, but now he's out every day, which is kind of cool. So we're able to work with him now. He's doing tongue feeding and all of that stuff. But yeah, he's by himself growing up in this enclosure. Very simple. We'll get him something a lot bigger here in the future. And then real quick, I wanted to step over here to this snake rack. It's kind of dusty right now. I set it up like 6 months ago. We've got the heat tape and everything in there. It's 6 levels, big bins. So we got big tubs, and I've got my aspen right back here. I've got 2 bags of aspen. We've got some fake hides we're gonna throw in there. We haven't bought our first snakes yet. I did make the decision though, so I know what we're gonna start out with. But I have room for 6. So we're set up to get ready to step into snake breeding. This is gonna be fun. I haven't had snakes in over 30 years. So this is gonna be a nice little step back into the past. He's such a beauty. Now, directly under him, I have a rescue pair of African fire skinks. There's 2 of them in here. There were 3. I decided to separate the other one. The people that I got them from had all 3 of them together. I kept these 2 together. They look like a male and female pair. I haven't received eggs from them yet. And then I separated the other one only because it was smaller. They were not picking on them at all. There were no nicks and dings, nothing like that. No nipped tails, scales, nothing. I just separated them due to size. But like I said, I got a male and female in here. And yeah, they're just living out their days. Hopefully we get eggs from them. And that would help me determine if they are a male and female pair. They haven't been fighting or anything like that. Like I said, these 2 get along just fine. So we're just gonna give them some time. And as you see, it's the same case with the plants in here. All the plants that made it are doing well. The ones that didn't, I kind of just let do their thing. We got the springtails and isopods in here. So that becomes food for the microfauna, and we just kind of let it be. We're gonna be feeding them soon too, so everybody's gonna be out, but I just wanted to talk about some of the enclosures and projects in here. Now over on this rack, you see this enclosure is just blown up. This is my tokay gecko. This is a project I like to keep in the dark. Something I'm working on in secret, but yeah, this enclosure is just blown up. Pothos reaching the top of the enclosure, the ferns reaching the top of the enclosures. The lighting in this enclosure was perfect, and I can't wait to pair this tokay. This is gonna be awesome. Going right down, I don't talk about these enclosures too much. This is just like overflow. These like overflow enclosures. I have the male day gecko from the captive bred project I did, and then I just have this crocodile gecko. I've had him for like 3 or close to 4 years. This dude's doing very well. Him and the other one. I had 3 of them. I had 2 males and a female. The female got egg bound a long time ago. I didn't know what I was doing. I come to figure that out over time now, but I still have both males. This project I'll probably step back on, get more females. I want to do something really cool for them. Give them like a really tall enclosure. They're cool though. His enclosure is doing well. I'm just kind of bouncing around, showing you guys some stuff. But this is my Kenyan zebra skink. That's my male. This dude's super dope. This is the male, and then this is the female up here. They've already given me babies, so they're doing very good too. He's very cool, like with her presence and everything. They do well together. So yeah, I actually want to expand on this project and get more, because I like, you see how they come to the front. They're very inquisitive. I've had them, I'll open this enclosure, they come out onto this landing right here and kind of just run around. It's really cool. And I like this group here. It's feeding day right now. It's feeding time, so everybody's out kind of trying to figure out what I'm doing. But yeah, they're doing fine. Like I said, they're gearing up for their second clutch now. And we did a couple adjustments. I want to put more cork bark and then just kind of fill this out. They seem to like climbing and just jumping all over everything and being everywhere. So we're gonna just give them that opportunity to do that. But they're doing fine. And that guy back there is one of my oldest African fire skinks. He's also the biggest one in the house. Okay, he's gone. And he's also the reddest fire skink I've ever seen in my life in person. So we're definitely going to be breeding him, because I would love to have some more very bright red babies like him. He is absolutely beautiful. But his enclosure is doing well. Everything over here is fine. It's a little dry, but so it could use some water. A little dry right now. I do have the Miss King system I haven't set up yet, and that would help out a lot. And now here we have the baby Kenyan zebra skinks. They're all doing fine. Usually they'd be wilding out right now, coming to the front just like their parents, trying to figure out what I'm doing. But I kind of bumped up their feeding, so everybody's chill. I fed them real late last night. They came in here. One of them has a nip tail, and that's also why I bumped up their feeding. I didn't want to separate them just yet, because I noticed the one with the nip tail was the one sitting on top of everybody over here. So I'm like, okay. He's the dominant one. What is it? I think it was just a problem with, like, they got hungry. So I'm watching them very closely now, and if I notice anything else, they're getting separated. But they don't seem to be aggressive towards each other. Like I said, we bumped up their feeding. Now everybody's just kind of like chill. And right next to them we have Baby Boo. Very beautiful African fire skink. Nice, nice bright red coloration with a hint of gold coming in there. Very beautiful animal. We'll be breeding him also. Right now, just like I said, keeping an eye on everybody, growing everybody out, getting everybody to the right weight before we pair. And we want to bring in morphs too for him, and then for the one directly above him, the really bright red one. Yeah, and his enclosure's doing well. The plants are taking in. He's got a mix of fake plants and real plants, but the plants have taken in and they're doing fine. As you see, he's just waiting to see what's going on. Are we feeding today, Pop? Are we feed you in a little bit. I'm good though. As you see back here, this was the OG, like the original African fire skink project. This is where it all started. So a lot of these babies that are in this room, well, they're full grown now, but a lot of these animals that are separated in here came out of this enclosure from this original pairing. We no longer have Bowser with us. Now it's just Yoshi, and she's just kind of like living out her days in her infinite forest. So that's where we are with her. I'm looking for like a cobalt or something, a cobalt male or a patternless male to pair with her. But other than that, we're just gonna let her live out her days here and chill. Like I said, in her big enclosure. She deserves it. She's surrounded by so many of her own offsprings rather. So she served her purpose. She did her job. I'm gonna let her chill. This is her enclosure. Some of the plants have taken, well, all of the plants have taken well. This plant back here, it goes through phases, as you see. Parts of it will die off, other parts of it will sprout. But everything in here is doing fine, so. I notice my incubator is off. It's very ironic. Y'all remember I had problems with incubators a while ago. The same, well, not the same brand, but the same exact type. So I bought another one, and now I'm having problems with this one. I'm like, I'm over this. I'm over it. So we're not buying any more of these we're not buying any more of these. We're gonna get one of those big old, like Coca-Cola freezers and convert it. We're gonna go do it the right way, because I'm not having, I can build it for almost the same price as one of these things. These things get on my nerves. I'm gonna do an entire video about it, and I really didn't even want to, I didn't want to talk about it, but yeah, these things get on my nerves. Now if we come down to the Chinese cave gecko enclosure, one of the Chinese cave geckos did not make it. From day one, he was not eating. I put food in front of them both as soon as I got them. If you guys recall, I got a red one, a red phase, and then like a normal phase. Like I said, I put food in front of both of them as soon as I got them. The normal one never ate. Okay, see, now I see fresh poop and all of this. The normal one never ate from day one. But the red phase one, who's probably, yep, he's sitting right here. He always ate. From day one, this animal ate. And as you see, there's fresh poops and everything. We're gonna get in here. Well, there should be isopods cleaning this up, but they're not doing their job. But yeah, he ate and has been eating from day one. It's growing consistently. The other one never ate. We spent about 7 or 8 days, I think 9 days, trying to assist feed this animal. Oh, and that I felt so bad because he was so small, and it just stressed him out so much. It broke my heart. But he never ate from day one. And yeah. So, and I don't know if you guys know this, but that just happens sometimes. We have babies that fail to thrive. This is why I won't sell any of my babies for about 6 to 7 weeks. But, yeah, he's doing just fine. Very good. Looks beautiful. So we're gonna grow this one up, and then, like I said, we'll be pairing him when the time comes. I'm gonna water his enclosure and all of that, but he's doing fine. He looks absolutely amazing. It's beautiful. See, we move up to the red-eyed crocodile skink enclosure. You know, we just went in here like a couple weeks ago. We found a new baby and a new egg. So, yeah, they're doing quite well. They've also, I don't know if we'll be able to find any. They also have a bunch of cool little shrimp in here. So there's some red ones, some blue ones. See one of the clear ones there now. But they have a bunch of cool little shrimp. There's, like I said, reds, blues. There's yellow ones. There's orange ones. But the shrimp are doing fine in here. They usually retreat to the back during the day. They don't like the light too much. But yeah, everything's going well in this enclosure. They're doing fine. I'm still in negotiation. Like I said, we're gonna be getting more red-eye crocodile skinks, adding new blood to this project. But for now, this family just keeps growing. They're not stopping, and it doesn't look like they're stopping anytime soon. So we're gonna let them do their thing. But the enclosure's doing well. I gotta clean the front. I'm gonna clean this front last. But other than that, everything in there is clean. Everybody's doing fine. So we got one of the babies, I think, back here. Yep. I don't know if you guys can see him. Oh yeah, you can see him. Right? So that's the one that was born recently. And he's actually laying directly on top of the egg, so they look beautiful. He's doing good though, he's just hanging out. He's found his spot. Actually, the newborns hang out either over here or on top of the filter for months. And then they start integrating with the rest of the population. It's kind of funny. But yeah, see, the baby's doing good. And then here in this enclosure, we have the first born red-eye crocodile skinks. You've seen these two 1,000 times, so there's no point. But their enclosure, you know, we just gave them more hides, rebuilt this, got them a new filter, all of that. So the plants are coming in very good, and yeah, so everything is going fine in this enclosure. Once again, need to clean the front glass, but yeah, they're doing good. Now, we did pick up a pair of white-eyed crocodile skinks. Couldn't pass up that offer. Got them from my homegirl Angie. So, oh, there goes somebody right there. Hey, right? They always pull up to this side and just kind of watch us. The pothos has come in. It's actually growing out the top of the enclosure, but it's come in just fine. We're gonna let it just do its thing. Just let it take over everything. We got a male and a female in here. So that's gonna be dope. Now here I'm setting up a shrimp tank. So the shrimp did very well in the red-eye crocodile skink enclosure. So I've had this one out here just kind of hanging out for a couple weeks now. So I'm gonna change the filter, do like either a sponge filter or I don't know, hang on back filter. I don't know what kind of filter I'm gonna use. Probably use a sponge filter. But yeah, the water's crystal clear. We're ready for shrimp. So I'm gonna probably put like 20 or 30 neocardinas in here and start breeding them. It's gonna be fun. Nice, cool little project. I said I don't know. I'd never really messed with shrimp before, and that was my first time. And I really like watching them inside, like I said, the crocodile skink enclosure. So it's like, why not dedicate an entire enclosure to this project? So we're gonna do that. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be dope. Get some plants in there, get some floaters. It's gonna be dope. And over here you'll see I have the leopard gecko tower actually turned off. I got it turned off everywhere in winter mode. So we're getting everybody ready for breeding season. I can't wait. This is gonna be fun. But yeah, we put all of our leopard geckos in big boy bins. The males are, of course, by themselves, and then we've got females paired with other females, multiple hides. Let me show you how it's kind of set up. So it'll be like one big hide over here. Right, and then you got another hide over here, their calcium dish, water bowls, all of that stuff. This one was just cleaned, so we need to refill the calcium dish and all of that. But yeah, this is kind of how it is. It'd be like two females in here. They're probably both under here. But yeah. We put all of our leopard geckos in big bins. And this is a bigger footprint than even like a 20-gallon tank, so I just felt it'd be better for them to have more space. But we got everything plastic, you know, it's just to keep everything sterile. It's easier to clean that way. And I think at certain points in the year or something, we'll give them probably like cocoa fiber or something just to keep it naturalistic. But right now this is easier. But we're getting them ready for breeding season. This is gonna be fun. I'm still cleaning this up, but this is all, like you see, it still has the date stickers and stuff from last year. But these are all the baby bins. So we got like, I don't know, 24. So we got a little bit of space and get all this cleaned up and ready for breeding season. But yeah, I'm ready. About to get into it. I just wanted you guys to see what we were doing over here. Oh yeah, we got tree frogs too. They're all doing very well. As you see, we got some snowflake variants. And we got some regular ones. This is the male. He's actually the only regular one, and all 3 females are all snowflakes. They're beautiful though. They're all very beautiful animals. It's another project we're working on. I built a rain chamber inside of here, but I didn't think about the positioning, so I gotta switch this up and actually move it to this side because it rains on all of the plants, and that's okay, but too much water is bad. So we're gonna move that, but until that gets done, we have another filter in here already filtering the water. There's fish in here and everything, so. Yep. They're doing well though. She is huge. It's another project. Hopefully I can get some tadpoles here, guys. That'd be dope. And those are some of the projects, my friends. I just wanted to update you guys on some of the things that were going on around here, what was going on. Like I said, we're about to dive headfirst into snakes. I'll reveal what we're doing soon enough. And it's not just gonna be one species, but I will reveal my first species because it's gonna be colorful. Let's just say that's gonna be real colorful. Let's just say that. But yeah, I'm having problems with the incubator, so we're gonna. This is another reason why a lot of these things are on pause right now. I can't keep having these issues. We're just gonna go ahead and build one of those big, like I said, those drink cooler incubators. It just makes more sense. I have more control over what happens when these things malfunction. I don't even know what I'm looking at as far as wires and stuff. It would be a lot easier if I knew what I was doing. So we're gonna take control and go ahead and get that done. But yeah, thanks for joining me. I know you could have been anywhere else on the planet, but you decided to be here with your boy, and that means a lot. Your boy Smith. This is All Things Living. I'm out.